the thing of it is that they're the ones that bring the eyes to them, and then once the eyes and the ears start paying attention close to them, you start realizing that there's a reason for distrust. I'm not even involved in their fight at all, and just standing back off in the corner watching this thing unfold. Mm-hmm. I'm going, here we go again. Another one's going to bite the dust. I'm standing off in the corner going, these guys are, getting exposed for what they're doing again, and people are just really getting very, very, well, you call it distrustful, but distrust is unhappiness. They're not happy with what they're doing.
Sure, I get that a lot. I hear that a lot. I really do. Yeah.
You get the frustration of people that are unhappy, but I'm just sitting back and I'm watching it. I'm saying, these guys got a valid reason for watching these guys, and then they uncover something. And, right off the bat, what I noticed is that O'Malley goes straight to the newspaper and says, I am doing, and he tries to beat the people to the punch. Why don't you let the people come out and explain what they're concerned about before you tell them what you're not doing?
I don't think he went to the newspaper necessarily. I think that my understanding, Steve O'Malley had asked for the ethics board to look.
Steve O'Malley asked for that because somebody was putting some sharp instruments in his side, saying we've got some things that we're very concerned about, and your superiors are looking at them. And this is what you get.
Yeah, I think that he wants, I think that he wants to let people know or he wants the ethics board to say that there either is a problem or there isn't a problem. I don't think he would do that, by the way, if he didn't feel that very certain that there wasn't a problem. Thanks for the call, 785-7914. Steve O'Malley, by the way, had in response to concerns from local Tea Party and other groups, and they're all kind of the same people, but they've said that there's some ethical problems with Steve O'Malley working on behalf of the city administrator group prior to the binding referendum in April. And so in response to that, Steve O'Malley, the county administrator, asking for the ethics board in the La Crosse County to meet and to evaluate his actions. I think from his perspective, to be certain, or just to go on the record as saying that there was, from his perspective, nothing that was done that was wrong. Now, the ethics board is not scheduled to meet at this point. There is no planned meeting as of early this afternoon. I've had a couple conversations with county board supervisors today, and they don't think that this is going anywhere and don't see an ethical issue. Across, I'm Mitch Reynolds, 785-7914. Talk to Mitch now at yahoo.com. Ethics board meeting has not yet been set. Steve O'Malley, county administrator, has asked for the ethics board to meet to evaluate his actions prior to the city administrator binding referendum that didn't go anywhere. I talked to him briefly today, and he's, from his perspective, again, there's really no, from his perspective, he doesn't think he's done anything wrong. And it was pretty cut and dry from his perspective. From his perspective, this is, he's going through this basically as a formality. So, 785-7914. Talk to Mitch now at yahoo.com. The complaints, I'm not sure there's an actual ethics complaint. I don't know if sure one's been filed, but the complaints from the, and I don't know if they're going to file a complaint, but the Tea Party groups in La Crosse, they are frustrated, I guess, because he was spending county time supporting the city administrator referendum. 785-7914. Thanks for waiting. Go ahead, you're on.
Hey, Mitch. This is Mike. I'm the guy that did the open records request.
Sure. Have you filed a complaint, by the way? Have you filed an ethics complaint?
I haven't filed any complaints.
Has somebody filed? You're still okay. You're still looking.
We're still going through stuff. We've got a couple people going through 422 pages of emails that related to city administrator referendum from his La Crosse County email address. Just on the surface, it seems to me that he was spending quite a bit of time trying to get this proposal passed. One of the emails that I did uncover right away was he laid out a budget for this Administrator Yes group, and he breaks down the budget for them. He's also involved in seeking funding for that group. They secured a $5,000 grant through his membership organization, basically doing a lot of stuff that, whether it's under the Hatch Act or not, I don't know, I'm not an attorney, but there's even state laws that says you can't do this kind of stuff from, work computers. People went to jail for that.
What kind of stuff? No, well, hold on now. Now, when you reference state laws and saying you can't do this kind of stuff, what do you mean exactly? Oh, by the way, I want to, and again, public congratulations, because it does, again, as I said, you can't have too many people who are invested as citizens and looking for information in our local government. So good job on that. Kudos to you. Now, when you say there are laws against this from the state level, what do you mean precisely, and what are you talking about in terms of what he can and cannot do?
Well, basically, you're not allowed to do any electioneering from your computers, resources, that sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
If Dan Kapanke, for instance, if he was in office and he was organizing people to his elections through his state email address, that wouldn't be allowed.
Right. I think that there's been and I want to make sure that I know this for certain, but there's been a difference there's a difference between partisan electioneering, as you describe it, and what the city administrator referendum is, though.
Well, a lot of the statutes say partisan and nonpartisan.
A lot of what statutes? Yeah, the state statutes? Okay.
Yeah,
do you know which ones?
I'll send you a link.
Okay.
I can't, say the.
Sure. No, that's fine. Okay. No, I understand.
I have the links. Had an attorney show me some links for what he thinks this is covered under.
Did the attorney talk to you about the Hatch Act at all?
Well, he basically he didn't. That was something that I thought of.
Okay.
And basically, it is federal employees, but if you receive federal money through your department, sometimes you are covered under that. And whether he received enough money to be covered, I don't know. It is possible.
If you get paid by the federal, if your position is paid for by the federal government, which would not in this particular case qualify.
I don't know whether it is or isn't. There's still a lot of stuff here that he was doing on county time. He must have just spent hours doing this stuff, and from what I can read of these statutes, you're not allowed to do that on county time, on county resources. I mean, and the funny thing is, well, there's a lot of people involved. There's quite a few council members, board members that are CC'd in these emails. So they're using their email addresses to electioneer. Not work on legislation, not do the people's business, but to actually organize political campaigns. I don't think that's why we give these officials email addresses to organize political campaigns. But the fact that he was actually actively involved in raising money for the Administrator Yes PAC, to me, that's kind of raises red flags.
Mm-hmm.
And you gave out my website, but you had the wrong address. It's lacrossewatchdog.org, and I printed a couple of the emails on there. But more is going to come out. This is just the tip of the iceberg, I think. We got 420 pages to go through, and it's going to be a process. But all I'm trying to do is let the people decide. Let people know this is what your administrator was spending a lot of time on the last few months.
Yeah, and again, a great effort. As by the way, I mean, again, with the 422 emails, obviously a tremendous amount of stuff to go through.
Well,
and
that's pages, not number of emails. That's pages.
Oh, pages of emails. Okay. Well, how many emails? How many emails altogether then?
We haven't got that raw number. That's one of the things we're working on, is finding out how many emails he actually sent.
Okay.
Whether he received a bunch too.
But in terms
it was quite a coordination. He was, basically, I would say, from what I read, running a campaign out of the county office.
Running a campaign. Okay.
Yeah, running the Administrator Yes campaign from his office, from his emails.
All right.
But yeah, I mean, anybody can go up to the county office, pay $105, and you'll get the 422 pages.
Sure. Yeah, and again, being obviously paying the money, getting the emails, and then having to go through them, and
yeah, I'm going to try to do a lot of that work myself through my blog.
Sure.
But I have one point I wanted to address. You said that some of the county board members didn't see that this was going to be anything, but I don't know how they can make that statement when they haven't even seen these emails.
Mm-hmm.
that seems quite odd that they would even say a judgment yet when they haven't even seen the emails.
Mm-hmm.
But, it doesn't surprise me because a lot of these same board members were involved in these emails that I'm reading. They were colluding with him and organizing this campaign with him. So, of course, they're going to say he did nothing wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But that's for the public to make that decision. But, hopefully somebody on the board will pursue it and look at the emails, before you make a statement, well, he didn't do anything or I don't see this going anywhere. Look at the emails first.
Mm-hmm. All right, Mike, again, appreciate your efforts on this. Thanks so much. And it's lacrossewatchdog.org if you'd like to check out some of the emails yourself. And it's at $105, by the way. Typically, in case you're wondering what that money is for, everybody, including us, we have to do the same thing. It's 25 cents per page. And you'll find you can do open records requests until your eyes turn blue, but you got to pay for it. You got to pay money for it, and that's what that they put up the $105 and got the emails. So again, kudos to them. Good job, and going through all that stuff. That's one of the can be one of the more interesting parts of our job is going through endless reams of paper